Hello and welcome to Meeple University How to Play Happy Pigs. Happy Pigs is a pig farming game in which you'll be trying to make the most profitable pig farm. Throughout the game you'll be buying pigs and other items to roam around in your pen. You'll be vaccinating those pigs to make them live long and healthy. You'll be feeding pigs to make them grow. You'll be mating pigs to produce piglets, and you'll be selling pigs back to the market for a profit. At the end of the game, the pig farm with the highest value in total money and the market value of leftover pigs is the winner. The game is played over 16 rounds. In each round, a round card like this is flipped into the center of the table. This tells you how many of each action is available during the round, and it depicts an event which occurs at the end of the round. Each player then looks through their tiles and simultaneously and secretly selects one of the actions that they want to do this round. Once everyone has selected the actions, all of the action tiles are flipped over and actions are distributed. In this case here, the blue player is the only one to choose the mate action, so the blue player would get access to all 9 of these mate pig actions. The yellow and green players have each chosen the buy action, so they will split these 6 buy actions evenly between them. In other words, each would have 3. Likewise, in this scenario here, 3 players have chosen the feed pigs action, and so these 8 feed pig actions would be distributed among those 3. Because that can't be distributed evenly, the imbalance starts with the player with the first player token and proceeds around the circles. So the orange player would get 3 feed actions, the pink player would get 3 feed actions, and the purple player would be left with only 2. Players then take their actions, or they may pass any number of their actions in exchange for 1 coin for each action passed. Then the event for the round is resolved, and finally the first player marker is moved to the next player. There are some of the events have this icon here. This is a market effect which takes place during the round, or which has an influence during the round rather than taking an effect at the end of the round. So now we'll go through the actions. The first action is the purchase action. And one purchase action allows you to buy anything from the market at the market price shown here. You can buy pigs of any of the 4 sizes: piglet, small, average and big. Spending the money, the pig will then go into your pen on the unvaccinated side. You must have room in your pen for your pigs, but you can rearrange them freely in order to fit more pigs in. The second item you can buy is additional pens. Everyone starts the game with 1 pen. You may buy a second for $10, a third for $15, and a fourth for $20. The additional pen sits alongside your existing one, and pigs can straddle the gap between the 2 pens. Final thing that you can buy from the store are these 3 types of supplements. Vaccines, which are used for vaccinating the pigs. Dietary supplements, which help during the feeding action, and amulets of life, which help during the mating action. Each player begins the game by taking 5 purchase actions as part of the setup. The second action is the feed action. To perform a feed action, you simply feed a pig. You don't need to buy food to do this. You just feed the pig and it grows in size by 1 step. Alternatively, if you have purchased dietary supplements earlier in the game, you can discard a dietary supplement as part of the feed action and grow a pig 2 sizes in one go. Each pig can only be fed once per round. The third action is the mating action. For a mating action, a pig of mating size, which is either average or large, produces 1 piglet for 1 action. Pigs that are small or piglets cannot mate. Alternatively, as part of the mating action, you can discard an Amulet of Life, and instead of producing a piglet, the pig produces a small pig. As for feeding, each pig can only mate once per round, and unlike most farming games, it's not necessary for a breeding pair to exist in the pen. Simply, every pig of average or large size may mate once per round. The final action is to sell pigs back into the market. Pigs can be sold at the market price, which is the same price at which they were purchased. Plus, if the event card has this icon, there will be a modifier on the price. Quite simply, the pig sale action involves returning a pig to the stock and taking money for it, like so. You cannot sell anything else, so you cannot sell pens back to the market, nor can you sell vaccine supplements or amulets back to the market. The game is played over 16 rounds, and those rounds are broken into 4 seasons. At the end of each season, it's necessary for all pigs to be vaccinated or they won't survive to the next season. So vaccines, which could be purchased at the market, can be used then or at any other time as a free action to vaccinate a pig. Simply discard the vaccine and flip the pig over to its vaccinated side. The pig remains vaccinated from that point forward as long as it remains in your farm. So by discarding these 3, I could flip all of these pigs over to the vaccinated side, but if it were the end of a season at this point, this piglet would be lost. This process happens 4 times during the game, including at the very end of the game. When the game reaches the end of winter, you must ensure all of your pigs are vaccinated, any that are not are lost, and then any remaining pigs are sold at the normal market price. At that point, whoever has the most money wins the game. I'll leave you to discover most of the individual events for yourself, but there are 3 that I think are worth highlighting as part of the introduction to the rules. The first 2 here, Family Day, which comes in summer or winter, and the Pig Fair, which comes in autumn or winter, give you the possibility of getting a $25 bonus at the end of the round. For Family Day, you get the bonus if you have at least one of each of the 4 sizes of pig in your farm. And for the Pig Fair, it is the player or players who have the most big pigs. $25 is fairly significant in the context of the game, so if you've got a strategy which leaves you nimble enough to achieve these goals when they come up, that will put you in pretty good stead. The other ones, which all fall in winter, are the Bacon and Ham festivals. These festivals increase the selling price of pigs by essentially 1 extra price step. So piglets are worth what a small pig would be worth, small pigs for average, and so forth. These benefits here, if it weren't for these events, there'd be no incentive to sell pigs in winter because you still get the market value for those pigs in the final part of the game. So these events here incentivize selling the pigs for a higher price during the final stages of the game. So knowing that those may be coming up should dictate part of the strategy. The game comes with 6 cards in each season and 2 are burned as part of the setup. So you will not know exactly which events are coming up, but you will know the sorts of events which are coming up. And that's everything you need to know to play Happy Pigs.